the goddamn thing. But it is fascinating how technology is developing and how they chase a customer and understand the taste and almost personalize the whole experience of doing online shopping or even browsing for that matter. On that note, it's time for us to bring the next speaker on stage. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Shiju Rawther. He's the head IT and security ops Sybil. So allow me to take a minute to introduce yourself because it'll be unfair otherwise, isn't it? Well, Shiju has successfully positioned technology function as a business transformation initiative. Shiju has been instrumental in setting up the complete IT infrastructure and security ops for Gateway Terminals India and Fullerton India. He implemented virtualization on open platform, which was the first of its kind in India. Certified ethical hacker, prominent speaker, and contributor to many tech forums for combating cyber threat, presenting Mr. Shiju. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Meanwhile, I get my control on the presentation. Probably, I would like to hear from you. A very good afternoon. Still, I'm not able to hear from this side. So I think I'm assuming everyone is sleeping at this side. So probably, once again, good afternoon. Thank you. So I know it's very tough to sit for a presentation, especially after lunch hours, because it's a time when you feel more lazy. And believe me, this is the time when any hackers do want to take the advantage, because this is the period when you might be doing something, activity in your office or work, but it might be more on a hazard or laziness part. So you tend to make mistake at this duration. So typically any hacking it happens between the afternoon period, because this is the period when you tend to be more lazy and make a mistake in doing some or other things. So probably you need to be more energetic after lunch hours now. So the topic, what I want to discuss over here is not a very broad topic. Probably everyone aware of the topic, plus day by day technology disruptions, technology trends. So it's more over the cyber trends, what we are discussing over here. Idea is to not only to convey the message from my side, probably I want to hear from you also, because it's a give and take forum where we want to learn from all the participants. So discussion is on cyber trends, how the cyber trends are looking since last couple of years and what is the way ahead for the cyber security trends. So before starting the session, I would like to show some examples which a couple of organizations has went through. Probably it's a bad hit and bad experience for them due to one or other mistakes. It's not a showcase of them. Probably it's just a showcase how we can learn from that mistake. So probably it should not be we should not be a next victim for that. So we empathize as a community for them, because it might have done a loss as a business, as a revenue to them. But the idea of showcasing their names over here, it's not a name, it's just an industry perspective to show how they might have went into these strategies. The first example what I want to showcase is for a health insurers in US, one of the leading health insurers. So they were supposed to keep the complete data of their customers in their custody, which has to be safe. But unfortunately, due to one mistake, they have lost huge PII data. So it's a PII data which comprise of their security numbers. So similarly, what we have PAN numbers, they have a security numbers. So they lost the complete details of the customers. So losing those details means all informations of an individual is with one of the hackers. This is the case. So what I'm trying to put in, it's not a industry vertical, it's a multi-industry vertical. So probably threats are emphasizing to all these sorts of verticals. So now next slides I'll come down to individuals too. Probably first I want to walk it through how the organization is getting impacted due to these cyber securities. One of the credit bureau, I come from a credit bureau industry. One of the credit bureau in Europe, they have lost the complete one portion of the data. So they lost the data for almost all the European citizens. So it's a one of the biggest loss. So it was not the loss of the data. Many of them has sued them also, so back. So which was again a revenue loss to the company too. Largest entertainment, probably everyone might know. So this was the hacking which has happened around 1 year back. The methodology which was used for almost, it was operandi was 10 for almost 6 to 7 months. So it was going on and none of the in the organization was aware that something is bad going in the organization. This is one of the recent cases. I am not sure how many of them know this. So this has happened just couple of months back, 80 million USD. It's a huge amount which has been passed on and no clue where it is now. So it has been moved away from the bank. So probably one of us might be having one of the account if someone is over here. So I'm not sure, because probably in every conference it's been said one of the attendees might be a hacker to know what we are discussing. So this is how today one of the CISOs or one of the security professionals sits on. So there will be a lot of headaches on top of him apart from what he does day on day basis. So there are a lot of operandies. So these are probably methodologies and operandies of the security threats. So this I would like to emphasize much, because sorry I'm not able to see it properly, but I could explain. So there is a two-way, one is a likelihood and one is the impact. So how do you correlate both? So probably those threats which are more likelihood, it doesn't mean it might not impact you more. So in case of hacking, its impact is huge, but probably likelihood is very less for that. So I'm saying for me, someone to hack, probability might be less, but if I get hacked, it might be huge impact for me. So last year the trend was there were 4 trends which has been nominated on a higher path. One was phishing, spam, and ransomware. So these were the 4 trends which were moving on. So what caused these cyber security trends? So why it happens? So probably have we ever thought of why it happens? So that's a common man should think through. Design flaws. So basically whenever anything gets built up, there's a design flaws in each and every program. So probably that's the one thing from where it starts. So whenever we design anything, that has to be designed in a well planned manner so that something can be protected in advance itself. Exploiting innocent of users. So it's a common man. Today what we do. So if you have to remember a password, what you do. So if you have got a 10 passwords, probably what you will do as a layman, you will keep noting in one of the notepads, and you will save in one of the folders as a password .txt. So that's probably in everyone, or PSWD. Probably you will keep some short form of those passwords and keep it in your Excel sheets or in Notepad. So that's the innocent of the user. So these are all the tricks which is been used in order to get into someone's system. Lazy admins. So in fact, we say we are a lazy admin. So today if you want to start your own laptop, what we do in order to go to internet, we start the laptop, connect to the internet, start browsing it. But we never bother whether our antivirus or anti-malware which is working in the laptop is updated or not. So probably what we do, we try to let it update on the background, and we never bother whether it's get updated or not. That is the period when someone can really get into your system and crack your passwords. This is for new generations. So these are the new generations who are more closer to the internet. So probably you will see, they will not see to the face whenever they talks, but always will be on the mobiles. Will be keep doing some or other things. So they will be keep exploring the new applications, new tools or anything. So probably if you go to any of the school students, they might know more on the any of the smartphones, how to operate. So these are the new generations who are very closer to internet and the technology, and they do more damages today. So on an average in the globe, if you see the hackers average age is between 18 to 19 years. So that's one of the biggest dangers, because they don't know what they are doing. So probably they become professional, but at times they do on a fun. There are also mass psychs. So probably what they do, they try to explore, say the group, anyone wants to be against the government, they form a group and they try to exploit the government sites, and they start exploiting the other. So it's a group of people who does. So probably we cannot prevent them. We need to be more proactive to get it safe from them. So we'll take you through some of the trends which is there latest in 2016. So how many of us have heard WYOD? BYOD probably everyone might have heard of. WYOD. So we are good. We are your own device. So it's a new technology. Probably everyone might be wearing it. So everyone might be wearing the smartwatches. Everyone might be wearing the smart glasses. So probably I'm not sure in India it's been explored or not, but smart glasses had been introduced, which is again a wear on your own device. What happens if you wear the watches? Any guesses? Recently there has been exploited. Yep. So pin compromise happened because the smartwatches which has come doesn't have any passwords which has been enforced on that. So if you tend to lose your smartwatch, someone can take your pin. Second, recently happened. Probably any guess? So smartwatches are connected through Bluetooth and Wi-Fi's. So it's connected through phone. So someone can catch hold of your phone through the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth, and they can sense your motion of your fingers. So whenever you go back to ATM, you put your ATM pin, someone will note your PIN numbers. Recently, in South India, there was a bank robbery happened in couple of ATMs. It was happened through that operation operandi. So it's the threat. There are a couple of service providers who do provide the smartwatches. Many of them, the biggies has emphasized to move down onto the pins. So plus open sources which has there, like from the China markets and all, they are still operating on the without pins. So we have to be more safer. So people think, what will happen if I wear these smartwatches? So I think you should know what all the causes can go wrong with these smartwatches. So you don't have to be a hacker. So you just get off hold of anyone's smart watch, you can get the PIN numbers. Spy gear for the 21st century. So spy gear, smartwatches comes with the camera. You have got a glasses, which is smart glasses. Whatever I speak, whatever I do, whatever I say, it will get all captured into that. And it's IoT. It get connected back to the cloud and data get transferred. So the chips are so small, you will not be able to realize this is actually a glass. So you will feel like it's a normal glass, but it's really a smart glass which can capture. So most of the spies happens through that nowadays. So it's similar, the keys, we will never tend to give our house keys to one of our neighbors. So similarly, the smartwatches always connects to one of the clouds. So data sits on the cloud. So do we know where does it reside? Do we know how secure it is? So probably we need to be more knowledgeable about when we are going to buy these equipments. So this is the another trends which probably DevSecOps, which is the next trend. So it's moreover not a it's more over towards the defense side. So initially the development security was different, operation security was different. Last year the security forums have joined together and had a two-party marriage and made it DevSecOps. So what is being done in this program, whenever any development happens, cyber security is part of that development. And whenever the operation happens, cyber security is a part of the operation. So it's like a right and left hands catching both the portions. So any of the operations happens, it will be two part. One will be development and one will be the operation. So it's a moreover from the defense part. This methodology is being used almost all the organization nowadays. Social engineering. So I am sure everyone might be aware of this. So how many of you have Facebook accounts? Almost all. So how many of you travel to local through airports, planes and everywhere? So how many of you travel or trains or bus? What do you do when you travel? So what is the general practice of a layman? So you update. Traveling from so and so locations to from flight to say from Mumbai to Delhi.